Greetings, scholars, and welcome back to our study of Pokemon Blue. Oh jeez, who do I have in front? Oh, it's still Sans slash, oh. It's fine. Don't worry about it, bud. Probably should've just ran, like, who cares? It's just a tentacle. Whatever. What's the point of that? I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Why would only strong Pokemon be in the water? It makes sense, like, geographically, anyway. Like, you're surfing in the ocean, all of a sudden everything is way stronger than everything on land. That wouldn't make sense. Well, why would Pokemon start at a higher level in the water if you're just in the water? Yeah, no, I didn't really think about that before I started saying it. It's fine, it's whatever. It's strange from a gameplay standpoint, but from any other point of view, yeah, it makes sense. I just, I feel like the wild Pokemon should reflect my level, at least somewhat. Yeah, Venusaur. Venusaur needs some kind of experience here. Oh yes, there's one thing I need to do still before I mean, I can go to the Viridian gym, that's whatever. But I also need to go to the power station. That's important. Maybe I should bring some Pokemon with me that have sleep or something. Alright. That's kind of it's a neat hidden thing, right? But I think the... Jeez. Okay, I need to just run away from these stupid low-level Pokemon. It's not even worth it. Let's check out the map real quick. Town map use. Okay. Keep going up. Then you got Safari Zone, Seafoam Islands. It's in the bar. Yeah? Power plant. Okay. Where in the hell is Moltres in this game? I don't remember. I would have, like, I know in Generation 3, right, Fire Red and Leaf Green, they're on the Savai Islands. But where are they here? I don't remember. I mean, it shows you the power plant. Maybe it's just in Victory Road. I don't know. I'll get to the Elite Four, and if I don't have them at that point, then I'll look it up or something. They tell you about them, but they don't really tell you where. They, like... I feel like you're gonna run into... Articuno, just in a normal playthrough, because... he's in Seafoam Islands. But... Zapdos is hidden. At least it's on the map. Then there's Moltres. I don't remember where Moltres is. So maybe Moltres is in the Indigo Plateau. Or the, whatever comes up before that. Victory Road? I think that's it. Yeah. It's been a while since I thought about Victory Road. They didn't have one in Generation 8. Oh, it's a crying shame. Victory Road is like a neat, like, climax or build up to a climax where it's like rising action, man. Oh, hell yeah, growth. Finally, we got it. Venusaur. Make Venusaur great again. Over poison powder. Here you go, buddy. I don't know if it'll be useful for Viridian Gym, but... Oh! It's time! We're on the road to Viridian City! Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Except first, there's still a bunch of trainers to fight, and not much really interesting going on. I mean, I don't have to fight these trainers. I could just fly to Viridian and challenge the gym leader, assuming that he's made it back. I don't know. This game. It's comfortable, though. Like, just before I started playing today, I was like, man, I'm excited to get into Pokemon. I started recording a ROM hack with Colin over on the Second Palette Skelemen. It's got Generation 8 Pokemon in it, so that's interesting. And it's kind of challenging. They put like a soft cap, they called it, on what level you can be before you beat a gym leader. And like before you beat Brock, that soft cap is 15. And I mean, it was doable. Like clearly I managed it. I think it was because Wingull, mostly. I caught a Wingull, leveled it up, it was like level 15, and yeah, it worked, but it was scary. It almost wasn't, though, right? It was weird because, you know how Sturdy works, where like, you're gonna one-hit a Pokemon, but then it saves them a 1 HP. Ooh, nice crit, man. I wasn't sure if I was going to take out that Starmie there. Yeah, it stops them at 1 HP if you were going to otherwise kill them in 1 hit. His Geodude had it. And that meant, even though I could have taken him out in 1 hit, he ended up killing Wingull with Rock Tomb, and that made the rest of the battle really hard. And then second time I challenged him, he didn't have it, so it was kind of weird that like the game is played in a way like you can't use shift style play, which means when you defeat a Pokemon you can't choose a Pokemon to counter the next one. You have to stick with the one that you used in the last matchup. So that implies that, along with a lot of other things, like you can't use items in battle, stuff like that, unless it's a held item. That implies that a lot of that thinking was put in to make it feel like competitive play. But then they didn't go in and, like, specify... I think this was Radical Red. I think that's what it was called. They didn't go in and specify what abilities Gym Leader Pokemon had. They just let it be random. And I found that to be kind of strange. Just kind of like a weird, dichotomy? It was just like a strange back and forth between the two, where I wanted it to be... I didn't really mind that it was challenging. But then the challenge was like slightly randomized, and that was weird. Not in like a roguelike style randomized, but more like a, oh, I didn't think of that kind of randomized. But even then, I feel like the base games have it so that there are preset abilities and like EVs and IVs and natures for trainers Pokemon. So it's strange that in that game where somebody was trying to make things competitive didn't insist that Pokemon were what they should be in order to be challenging. If that makes any sense at all. And on top of that, they implemented the constant on experience share. Like, it wasn't an item that you could put in your PC like in this game. It wasn't an item that you had Pokemon hold or you turned on and off. It was just a constant on. But you didn't start with it. You got it after Brock. And I just find that to be the strangest choice. Especially where a lot of people, like, disagree about whether it's a good game design choice or not. I still haven't decided on it. It's definitely, like, it makes sense because it speeds things up. But I made it way too easy. I mean, there's easy and then there's I don't have to try, right? But in that game, you do have to try. You have to grind in order to be at a level to fight the gym leaders because they are relatively hard. But I don't know. I don't know. It's strange. It's a ROM hack. That's what you get with a ROM hack. It's pretty strange. There's nothing wrong with you. Why would I say there's something wrong with you swimming? Oh. Maybe because you're in full plate armor. That makes it kind of strange. Whatever. That Razor Leaf is fine, I guess. Oh, come on, man. Get it together. But in any case, it's a competent ROM hack. I'm interested to play more. Oh, I haven't been having Dratini out front. He's lost a lot of experience just by not being out. Yeah, none of that's gonna do much. Yeah, I don't know. I can keep Venusaur up front. That's fine. Alright. I don't know. It's strange, right? I'm here complaining, oh man, there's just so many trainers I want it to just be done with already. But at the same time, I'm also complaining about an experience all that's constantly on. That doesn't really make sense, does it? Because one side is like, oh man, I hate having to do all this fighting just so that my Pokemon are at a level to meet the challenge. But on the other side, it's, oh man, I wish I could do this training so that my Pokemon could be at a level to meet the challenge. Fury Swipes. Yeah, that was like the better... I mean, it's not better than those, so no. Oh, damn it. No and yes. Thank you. When you want to just spam one button to get out of a menu and it just doesn't let you. I think some of my patience for this game is hindered from playing it in a Let's Play environment. Which is kind of strange. Because earlier on, it was definitely like, oh yeah, normally I wouldn't be playing this game just casually. Magikarp battle. I found the guy with the 6 Magikarp! Good, I'm so glad! Oh, he's trying to get flail on them, isn't he? Oh no. Well, this is happening. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's rough. I like Pokemon and I don't like Pokemon. I'm in that weird, like, middle zone where it's like, the old stuff is, like, kind of boring to me now, and the new stuff is too easy. Or I guess more specifically, rather than just saying the old games are boring, the old games are more of a slog. They're harder to get through because it's so long. If I was playing it fast-forwarding the whole time, well, this game would be over already, but it'd also be really obnoxious, and I don't think anybody would be interested to watch that. But I don't know. Maybe for me, Generation 5 and 6 are kind of like that sweet spot where it's like hard enough, but fast enough, if that makes sense. There's enough stuff going on in between events that it's not just a bunch of trainers, but it's also not that easy. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played either of those. I'm feeling like Generation 6 might be my favorite because rollerblades and fashion, and there are a lot of good Pokemon that I really liked from that generation. I liked Generation 4 a lot, especially Heart Gold and Soul Silver. There was a lot to like about that, especially, like, not only did you have the follower Pokemon, which is just like the best thing to come out of any Pokemon game. You also had the Battle Frontier. Battle Frontier was the best thing to happen to Pokemon, in my opinion. Generation 5 had the Dream... whatever the Dream thing was. It was like a browser game. But I don't think it's live anymore. I think they took it down, so, like, honestly, it takes a point off of Generation 5 for me. I don't know. It is strange. To me, there's a lot of changes that they've made that are like, it's easier for the people who don't have time to play Pokemon all the time, but want to stay competitive. Right? Like, TMs are no longer single use. Hidden abilities you don't have to like go out of your way to obtain. They're just built in game. You have to work a little harder to get them compared to standard abilities, but they're not. Again, they're not out of your way. What the hell? The Pechagrass here. Whatever. Alright, well, let's find out what lives here. Look at you. And I feel like it's simultaneously a good idea and also, like, I enjoyed the challenge of having to actually get those, either get TMs multiple times with multiple playthroughs, or the challenge of getting the special evolution items. Was it a challenge, though? Can you really call it a challenge just because you have to go and play the game a second time? Isn't that just a waste of time? I feel like that's something that's... It's hard for me to quantify, and I feel like it is a thing that should just be up to opinion. save states, right? You're not sure about the outcome of something in a game like Fire Emblem, where you have to be extremely safe all the time, or else one of your party members is gonna perma-die. Nobody wants that. Nobody's a huge fan of that. So they added casual mode, of course, and casual mode is just, like, it works for that purpose. Hey guys, we're back home. And now even then they have the, what do they call it? Divine Pulse, where you can just, like, go back in time in order to, like, circumvent killing one of your allies. Man, Pallet Town music. Yeah, I'll finish off my thought here and just allow us to enjoy the Pokemon Pallet Town music. Yeah. So the first time that I beat Fire Emblem 7, the Blazing Blade, with Ellawood, Hector, and Lindis, I use save states. I never beat it without save states until way later, when I better understood the game. Of course, this was like, I was like 13, 14 years old when I was first exploring the internet and figuring out how to pirate and emulate things. Excuse me, I don't pirate or emulate things. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't pirate anymore, actually. I haven't had to pirate anything in a long time. It feels good to be able to pay for everything. Of course, emulation is dubious, but I own all of these games, so it doesn't really matter. It's one of those gray area things, you know? Most people agree that if you own a game, or it's just unobtainable for one reason or another, it's fine. And that's more or less my point of view on it. Or like a game that's just rare and like really expensive. But I also used to have no money because I was a high schooler and I didn't carry a job, so I used to pirate things. First few years of playing Skyrim, which is why my Steam account doesn't reflect that I've played thousands of hours of Skyrim. I don't know, maybe I have a save file somewhere that reflects how long I've played. No, I think I deleted that. Because it was just making shit so slow and I was never going to play that character again. It doesn't matter, whatever. My thought on saving time. Fire Emblem, Blazing Blade. It's... You go into a match, right? And you're like, oh yeah, this will be fun. I'm just gonna hang out and do all this and like kill everyone and take my time. It'll be great. And you're up against the boss and oh shit, he got a critical hit against your guy that was like just like doing pot shots against him, and you didn't think he was gonna die because yeah, sure, he was bringing him down to 1 health, but you could just heal him and it'll be fine. It wasn't fine because he got a critical hit or whatever. Something changed that I didn't take into account. And that's hours of time where you're doing almost the identical thing that you did in the last time that you played. And nobody enjoys that. That's just frustrating. That's like, I'm gonna break the console. I'm gonna just stop playing. Kind of frustration. It's a little too much. It's too much time. And that's why save states are great for something like that. But games don't really have that. Unless you're playing it on an emulator. Hell, they even have it built in for things like the Switch Online account, like, NES and SNES games. They have that built in there, and they have it for the, I have the SNES Mini. That thing's really cool. And you can just have save states. And it's great. You don't have to waste your time. Because a lot of games back in the day were just there to waste your time. And it just doesn't feel good. It's the kind of punishment that's like, that makes you feel like you just don't want to play the game anymore. It's different if that was the challenge, but the challenge of the game is the chess of it. Like, where do I put these units? Oh, is there an archer over there? I can't have my flyers near the front. I need to put somebody with high resistance because there's a mage. Whatever. But even when you take all those things into account, there's enough random elements that you don't know. Maybe you just, oh, I'm gonna take out this guy in the next hit, and he's not gonna kill me, even though he's within range to kill me. And then you miss. He gets his follow-up attack and kills you. Or his counter-attack, whatever. And you can't foresee that because it's random. Of course, that's fine, that's how the game works. And you should be taking that into account when you make these choices, but you had a 99% chance to hit. Who would have thought that you actually would have missed? Nobody would have put their money down on you missing. So you ended up wasting an hour, 2 hours on this map where you just have to go through all of it again. And the second time through, you're making even riskier decisions, because like, oh yeah, I know how all of this is going, I know like what the choices are, and where to put my units, and where his units are, but then it's just, you're just doing it a second time, and it's not nearly as interesting, and you're just kind of pissed off the whole time, and hey, maybe the same unit dies in almost the same manner. I've definitely had that happen before. Maybe not that specific example where they had a 99% chance of hitting a miss. But anyway, it's usually the arenas. The arenas are very dangerous. If you put a unit in there, they miss once, you think like, oh yeah, he's gonna kill him, it'll be fine, just let him finish the fight, and then he dies. And sometimes if you throw in like a weaker unit and it's like, oh yeah, I'll put in a knight that has so much defense, it doesn't matter who it goes up against. All of a sudden there's a mage in front of you who, like, yeah, you get the first hit, but it's not enough to kill him. And then the mage just like blasts you with an L-fire or some shit and you're dead. There's nothing you could do. You have to restart the level and it's bullshit. Nobody wants that. That's why save states are great. That's why Divine Pulse is such a good, like, thing to have, because it's the waste of time. That's why casual mode is such a good mode to play, because it's just such a waste of time. It's a big issue for me in Skyrim as well, where I will use quick save to just be like, screw it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pickpocket this guy, so I'll just quick save, pickpocket him, and if it doesn't work, I'll just reload the save, pickpocket him. If it doesn't work, I'll just reload the save and pickpocket it. It's just that again. Because having to pay off your fines, give away all of your stolen items, or like go retrieve those by re-stealing them, it's all really rough. It's just a waste of time. Waste of money in that game as well. So you use these little workarounds to not waste the time, because, yeah, you're gonna be able to get back to the point where you were before, but instead of doing the full workaround, just use a quick save. Just use your save states. Just whatever. But is it the intended challenge of the game? And I think that's the big thing. In Fire Emblem Three Houses, you do have the Divine Pulse, and it works really well because they also made the game harder. You make the game harder, and then give your player a handicap, and then make the game harder in order to, like, keep balance there. I'm not playing on normal mode, so maybe I have a skewed opinion on the matter, because it is hard mode that I'm playing, but whatever, it's fine. It's Fire Emblem. I want it to be a challenge. Jeez, this is going on for a while. Those are my thoughts on it. So the question is, do you use save states or quick save in order to not waste time? I imagine the answer is yes for most people, but some people might actually have a strong opinion otherwise, and I'm interested to hear those opinions. Maybe you'll be able to skew me in the other direction so that I'm like, yeah, I won't use save states anymore. Unless it's, you know, just to make sure the game doesn't crash, because that happens with emulation a lot. Wow. Alright. Well, thank you for watching me do nothing for the past 10 minutes. I'll see you guys in the next episode.